you describe in some more detail the kind of information you have that indicates that this was a surface airstrike? This is, as you know, an extremely serious allegation, and Canadians are going to want to see proof that this is what happened.
The intelligence and evidence suggests that it is likely that it was a surface-to-air strike, but I will not go into the details of that intelligence at this time.
Given that the Iranians have denied this, and there's reports they're bulldozing the crash site, they claim that the flight and voice and data recorders have been damaged, do you trust them that they haven't actually already compromised the investigation at this point? Do you think it's a possibility that we won't get a real answer?
We have highlighted that it is extremely important that there be a thorough and credible investigation on site of the crash with international partners. The Iranians have indicated that they understand that, but the conclusions we have been able to draw or the preliminary conclusions we've been able to draw based on intelligence and evidence today are clear enough for me to share them with Canadians. Right. Indicated to President Zelensky of Ukraine that Ukrainian investigators would have access to those black boxes.
David Cochran, CBC. Hi, Prime Minister. I just want to circle back to an earlier question. If the intelligence is accurate, then it seems this is the end result of a sequence of events that was sparked by the drone strike ordered by the U.S. President. So given the information you have, how much responsibility does the United States bear for this tragedy?
The evidence suggests that this is the likely cause, but we need to have a full and complete and credible investigation to establish exactly what happened. That is what we are calling for, and that is what we are expecting will happen.
Iran does not cooperate, and there are some reports of at least minimal cooperation or questionable cooperation to this point. What pressure can you bring to bear? Would you argue for sanctions? Would economic repercussions? What can Canada do to pressure Iran, give you the investigation you want?
I think those are conversations and steps we will contemplate as things move forward. If it doesn't appear that there is a credible, complete investigation, but right now we continue to work with partners and direct Iran with our request that we have a credible and complete investigation.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister. I just want to come back to the qualifiers you've been using. May well have been unintentional. You just a minute ago said it may have been accidental. That implies that it may not have been unintentional. Can you be as definitive as you can be, knowing what you know, knowing what you can't share with us, about the intentionality of this apparent missile strike?
I think that is one of the reasons why it is so important to have a full and credible investigation. Before we get into definitive conclusions, as you say, we need to ensure that we have all the facts gathered. The intelligence and evidence right now suggests very clearly a possible and probable cause for the crash, but it is all the more necessary, therefore, to gather all the evidence to have a complete picture of what happened.
And let's follow through then that the evidence does in fact show that it was an accidental, unintentional surface-to-air missile. What range of options would the government of Canada respond in some way to that? And if so, what range of responses might your government consider?
I think anything in the range of responses would need to start from a clear understanding and a credible confirmation of what actually happened, and that is why a proper and full investigation is going to be so important.
Hi, Prime Minister. When you spoke with President Zelensky today, had he been briefed by any allies on intelligence that you've been receiving in the recent hours, or did you have to share this intelligence with him for the first time?
I shared with him some of the reasons we are so intent on having a full and complete investigation. We know that it's extremely important to establish clarity around the facts of what happened, and he assured me that Canada, as a good friend of Ukraine, will be closely involved with them in the investigation into this tragedy.
Okay, so I'll rephrase the question. Did President Zelensky know about this intelligence suggesting that the missile possibly been used to hit the plane?
I believe there have been media reports about it through much of the day, but I don't know for sure whether he was briefed by intelligence officials or not.